Hi, this is Keith Pabian from Pabian Law, and this is this week's weekly update. Today is Thursday, September 11th. So what I want to talk about this week is we are 3 weeks or so away from October 1st, and October 1st is the date that the government uses for its fiscal year. So every year around this time, the government starts talking about the budget and passing the budget and keeping the government open for the next year. This is the time of year where we always hear about government shutdowns. Government workers fear about going out on unpaid leave or even having to work without pay. But in the world of immigration, this is really important because if the government shuts down, there's some real impacts. So what I want to briefly talk about today is what happens to the world of immigration if there's a government shutdown. And this year, especially with how many political issues there are going on and how divided our government is, what I'm hearing is that there may be a government shutdown, although we hear that every year. So the good news in the world of immigration is that the immigration agency in the United States is called U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. Because USCIS is funded, and what I mean by that is every time we file a visa or green card petition, you have to include government filing fees. So because it's a fee accepting agency, it never shuts down. However, so much of the world of immigration, including the H-2B visa process, where we have to file the prevailing wage applications and the actual application to prove seasonality and eligibility, so much of that goes through the U.S. Department of Labor. The U.S. Department of Labor does shut down. So if there's a government shutdown, any prevailing wages that are still pending and any applications that we filed with the Department of Labor that are not yet certified would just go on hold until the government shutdown ends. This would also be true of H-1B year-round visas and green cards as well. So we're watching this really carefully. The good news is for a lot of our winter season H-2B clients, your petitions are largely done, not all of it. We're still working on some of the Ski Mountain petitions. But we are about to start all of our summer season petitions. So we're going to keep watching this really carefully. Hopefully there will not be a government shutdown. If a budget is not passed on October 1st, oftentimes the government just kicks it down the road and does an extension. And that is very, very, very likely because very rarely recently has there actually been a budget approved by October 1st. But we'll keep you updated, but there are some impacts. And I wanted to make sure that we spent some time today talking about what those would be. So until next week, thank you so much, everyone. And I hope you have a great week. Take care.